We're being led to believe that marijuana is safe, but did you know that marijuana leads to anxiety and bipolar disorder? It can double your risk of depression and leads to a greatly increased risk of schizophrenia, suicide attempts, and heart attacks. Despite these and many adverse effects, more than 1 in 6 Americans have used marijuana in the past year, including a staggering 43% of those ages 19 to 30, 31% of 12th graders, and even 7% of 8th graders. I'm Raymond Wiggins, speaker and author of the book Weeding Out the Myths About Marijuana. I'm a licensed physician, and I've been at the front lines of healthcare for almost 3 decades. I've served in many leadership roles in the healthcare community, and I've personally sedated over 27,000 patients. Many years ago, I began seeing the harmful effects of marijuana on my patients. I saw that many reported significant anxiety. I also found that I needed to use much more anesthesia to keep marijuana users asleep. Studies confirm this. They show that marijuana users need much more propofol to keep them properly sedated during IV anesthetics. Studies show that marijuana use leads to a 60% increase in postoperative pain medication use. Marijuana has not just affected my patients, it has devastated the lives of many of my family members and friends. 3 close family members who were heavy marijuana users died young. There is no doubt that they would be here today if not for marijuana. One was a heavy marijuana user until shortly before his death. He died of a sudden heart attack. Another young man, who was also a close relative, started smoking marijuana in college, and after a few times he began having psychosis, including paranoid delusions. He was admitted to a psychiatric hospital and was never able to return to school. Seeing the effects of marijuana on my patients, family, and friends, I began investigating the subject, and what I found shocked me. As I began sharing my findings, I found that many people had personal stories about marijuana's negative impacts. I decided to write and speak about the subject to help others avoid tragic consequences like these. This information has led many to avoid marijuana. My goal is to lead millions away from this dangerous drug, but I can't do this alone. Together we can help save many from the devastating spiritual, physical, and mental health effects of marijuana. Please join me. You can make a difference.